Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by Linestar. I am Shannon Sommerville here with Tyler Wiemann. I am back. The band is back together again after I took a little vacay, but back in the studio.
We are very happy to have you back.
Thanks for holding it down for me.
Yeah, everybody was over my solo shows, but the banter is back.
We're back today.
We're back. How was the vacay?
Big slate of games. Great vacation. Went to Florida. Got a little beach time. Very relaxing. So now I'm ready to crush some daily fantasy. We'll be talking about our projections for today. We'll also have your prop bets, our home run calls. Just ready to get after it today. We've got the second half of the season. We've got a Subway Series starting today, Tyler. I am pumped up. It is also National All or Nothing Day, so I just feel like the energy for today is just, we are all in for today. Also, some storylines for today. We've got trade deadline 1 week from today, baby. The Soto sweepstakes is on. We've got Ohtani.
I know. What do you think your pinstripes are going to do?
Pressure's on. I don't know. We'll see.
They going to come up big or
could
the
use
whiff?
A little help in the bullpen. That's all I care about. Or pitching. Decent pitchers.
Yeah.
Ohtani would look fabulous in pinstripes, if I must.
I'm pretty sure that pinstripes make him look fat. That color just won't work for him.
Pinstripes are thinning on everyone. Yeah. Everybody knows this. It's a slimming feature.
That color will not work on him. We should not do that.
Yeah, so speaking of pinstripes, for the first time in MLB history, the Yankees and the Mets will match up holding sole possession of first place in their respective divisions. I even saw a headline today that said, is this a preview of the World Series? And I don't think so.
Jason and Billy in chat are already talking.
This is going to be a big game.
Yeah.
Big series.
It's going to happen. Hopefully you can sweep them. The Padres almost did this last week.
If the Padres can do it.
Whoa.
Okay, but I do want to talk about this story that broke yesterday as part of Kyler Murray's new 5-year, $230 million contract.
I know where you're going here.
With $160 million guaranteed. The quarterback, he's got to do homework, you know?
I cannot believe they have to put that in.
They had to put in that he has to spend 4 hours each week studying film and can't have a TV on in the background or playing video games while doing his homework.
4 hours to study film is not that much when you are a professional quarterback. Like, I would not be surprised if Brady does that 4-hour session like 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Oh,
absolutely. Like in a day. Yeah. Easily. That was surprising to me.
Yeah. If I am not worried about it as a franchise for my quarterback, I don't know if I sign him to that contract.
Ooh, I know. Well, he has come out and said he's not a film guy, I guess, in interviews. So some of the things he said in past interviews, of course, now coming to light, given this interesting story. I don't know how you can not be a film guy in this day and age where analytics and everything has proven the more you know about your opponent, the more successful you will likely be, right?
Especially in the quarterback position with the NFL and the defenses trying to trick you with coverages. Right. Like, the more you watch that film, the more you're going to be accustomed to those tricks to figure them out.
Exactly. So. Anyways, interesting. But yeah, I guess everyone's got to do their homework. That's the end of the day. The lesson here, everyone has to do homework.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Olivia will be there one day too.
She will be.
Remember to bring her lunch.
You were gonna throw that in. Yes. I forgot.
Tyler forgot I forgot
my baby girl's lunch, and I had to run back to get it and bring it to her. But it's okay.
It happens.
She's got food. She was doing some arts and crafts when I dropped off the food again. So,
well, let's get into today's slate. I know Tyler's going to remember to bring us all the good stats here for our chalk report. And let's talk first a little bit of weather. We do have a few notes here to keep in mind. So Rays at Baltimore, there are some scattered storms around Baltimore area. In that same kind of line of storms, you've got Braves at Phillies. The rain should hold south. Again, the rain's going to be around Baltimore area, so keep an eye on that. Angels at Royals, a little bit light rain to start. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. White Sox at Rockies. Spotty storms. Delay is looking unlikely, but 79 degrees, 39% chance of rain at Coors Fields. And then you've got the Subway Series, 81 degrees. Nice weather conditions there with an 8-mile-an-hour wind out to center. Let's get into our chalk report. But before we do, make sure if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to click like and subscribe to our channel. And also be sure to comment below. Now, chalk report, high-owned pitchers for today in daily fantasy to get you set. We're talking about Rays lefty Shane McClanahan going up against the Orioles today. 38% owned on DraftKings, 13% owned on FanDuel. Obviously, everyone's flocking to the all-star pitcher. This is actually his first start since the all-star game that we saw him. He's got a league best 1.71 ERA, has just been absolutely crushing it. And today he's got a favorable matchup against the Orioles, who do strike out a little bit.
Yeah, they do. He's in a great spot.
Yeah.
No surprise ownership is going there. 5-star alert rating, and he is the highest LineStar projected pitcher by a decent-sized margin. So LineStar does like him a lot. We have a 29% combined K rate for him. The only real negative I could find is that in the BVP numbers, 85 plate attempts, Orioles are hitting 288 off him. So they have had some success off of him. Now, remember, that is a kind of a larger sample size, so it may not be the current McClanahan who has just been destroying everybody.
Yeah. Shane McClanahan having himself a day today, I bet. Braves righty Spencer Strider has always been dominating this season. Going up against the Phillies today, he is 37% owned on DraftKings and 27% owned on FanDuel. 3.03 ERA for him, 180 opponent average. He's been awesome. Although he showed signs that he is in fact a mortal. Last game against the Nationals, gave up 5 earned runs, including a home run in 4 innings pitched, and had just 4 strikeouts. But in his previous 4 starts before that, he didn't have an outing where he gave up more than 1 run or had less than 7 strikeouts. So will we see Strider back to his form today?
I mean, he has been insanely good. It's about time that he showed a chink in his armor.
Right?
But he has a crazy 37% strikeout rate. The combined K rate today is 31.4%, which is the highest on the slate. The one thing is the Philly offense is good. They are prone to striking out, but they hit the ball hard. So really, I think what needs to happen here is Strider just needs to keep some guys off base. And so when those hard hits do come, they don't hurt him. But he looks good. I understand why, ownership is here. He's in a okay spot. Ton of strikeout upside. So
just
I can't.
Having an awesome year.
Yeah.
He's on the all mustache team as well.
He's on the all mustache team. He's also likely going to be rookie of the year, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, with Gore getting hurt yesterday and Gore kind of fell off a little bit, he hasn't been quite as good. I would say it's got to be Strider.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
How about Phillies righty Aaron Nola on the other side of that matchup going up against the Braves? He is 36% owned on DraftKings and 35% owned on FanDuel. So some decent ownership numbers there. A lot of people flocking to him. 3.13 ERA, 2.13 opponent average. Last outing, 8 1/3 scoreless, and 10 strikeouts against the Marlins. So obviously can put up some good numbers. And he faced the Braves twice this season, and in each contest he had, 10 strikeouts and 8 strikeouts against the Braves. So are we expecting kind of the same high strikeout number for today, possibly?
Yeah, Nola looks good. Obviously, the Braves are a good offense, and they've been hot lately, but they are very strikeout prone. 24.5% K rate to righties. We have a 3-star alert rating on him, similar to Strider here. Now, one thing I would like to say, if you're playing on DraftKings, I wouldn't go with Strider and Nola. Can they both do great? Absolutely. But with this big of a slate, I think you're probably going to need a win to really be optimal with your lineup. And so if you're taking both of them, you're obviously not giving your chance to get a win with one of the pitchers. But Nola's also had mixed results against the Braves. He's either been very good or kind of just meh. Like, he hasn't had blow-up games, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But then also his BVP numbers, 215 plate attempts. They're hitting 264 off him with 4 home runs.
Okay.
Or 14 home runs, sorry. So it has been quite a lot of home runs that he's giving up. But all in all, he's been good. And the combined K rate in that BVP number is 27%. So I like him. I don't love him.
Of the high-owned guys, do you like McClanahan the best of all of those?
Yes. McClanahan for sure for me out of the 3.
Let's take a look at some low-owned pitchers for today. First, we're going to take a look at Padres righty Mike Clevenger at Detroit Tigers today. 13% owned on DraftKings and just 2% on FanDuel. He's got a 3.5 ERA, 2.16 opponent average, and last outing just 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts against the D-backs. What do we like about Clevenger besides his hairstyle?
You like the hairstyle, huh?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a guy that serves pizza at Mellow Mushroom. Like, this is the coolest guys. Like,
at where?
Have you ever been to a Mellow Mushroom?
No.
It's kind of like the equivalent here, like a pizza port.
Okay.
Like, just really cool people. Just nice guys. Just,
Yeah,
I feel like, when he's not serving up strikeouts, he may be tossing some pizzas,
Cool.
Anyways.
I can get down with some Clev. Anyways, Detroit versus righties has been a thing. Detroit's the worst team in the league versus righties. Manaea did get lit up yesterday, but Clevenger lately has been better than Manaea. So I do like Clevenger. He also started to regular get into the 90+ pitches. So he is showing some little upside with them. His FIP has been in the low 2s, 23.5% combined K rate. I really do like the upside with, ownership not totally being there. One thing, too, is I set you up for failure with ownership. He is 12% on FanDuel. I only had 2% down there.
Setting me up for failure there.
Yep.
All right. How about Astros righty Luis Garcia going up against the A's today? 17% owned. Is that correct?
17 on DraftKings,
okay.
3% on FanDuel.
Gotcha. 3.65 ERA for him, 2.07 opponent average. Last game versus the Yankees, 2 runs, 5 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. Garcia has been super solid. And against the A's, a team who's not great.
Yeah. The A's have been a little bit better lately.
Okay.
So we're not going to totally throw them under the bus like we have been all season long. But Garcia's in a good spot. 5-star alert rating, 25.7% combined K rate. So he's showing some solid upside there. And he's been really good versus the A's. 29 plate attempts. They're only hitting .08 off him with 34% K rate. So he's in a good spot. You got to like it, especially with limited ownership there.
Sure. And then lastly, how about Giants lefty Carlos Rodon going up against the D-backs today? He is 20% owned on DraftKings, 7% owned on FanDuel. He's got a 2.95 ERA and a 2.17 opponent average, and he has had no less than 7 strikeouts in each of his last 4 games. So pretty solid bet there, especially given the opponent today.
Absolutely. And anytime you see a pitcher of Rodon's caliber, like on the low owned side,
right,
you kind of have to take a look.
Absolutely.
And I mean, he's been good. And usually ownership is high when you're going to see a matchup like versus Arizona. 24.8% combined K rate. Arizona has a low 131 ISO to lefties. So there's really solid upside with lower ownership here versus the field, kind of going against Nola and
I guess I was a little surprised, but then when you think about the other pitchers, it's
totally
just a really
there's 4
really good pitchers today,
aces going, so you really kind of have to figure out which one of them to go with. It's not very likely that Strider, Nola, and McClanahan all fail.
Right.
If they do, I wouldn't expect Don also to fail.
Right.
But I mean, it's possible.
All right, so those are your pitchers for today. Now let's take a look at our stacks. We'll talk about our high-owned stacks for today, starting off with the Boston Red Sox going up against the Guardians today. Now, I looked at the slate today, no starting pitcher, so is this kind of an opener situation for the
Yeah,
Guardians?
it's likely going to be an opener situation. And their bullpen is around league average. Boston's a pretty good offense.
Right.
Although this team has just been
struggling.
Like, they can't do anything right now.
Oh, my goodness.
It is the second highest game total, though, behind the White Sox and Colorado. So ownership's definitely going there because of that, and Boston's the favorite. So.
Sure. Let's talk about Toronto, another AL East team. They are going up against the Cardinals. It'll be the righty Andre Pallante going for them. And he's got a 3.34 ERA, 2.79 opponent average, but righties are hitting him pretty hard, a 3.07 opponent average for Pallante, and he's given up at least 3 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. So you can kind of see why people are leaning for those Blue Jays.
Yeah, and the Blue Jays have a ton of righties. Pallante has given up a 3.07 opponent average to righties, 34% hard contact. Now, he's not a terrible pitcher. His FIP is only like mid-4s. As you said, the ERA is pretty good. But it's the thing about against the righties with Toronto, just full of really good righties. And we have a 5-run total here. So
yeah, and we're liking the Blue Jays in general. Man, Cardinals without their 2 best players for this one. No Arenado and no Goldschmidt today. I was wondering, where are they? Oh, yeah. They didn't make it into Canada.
I probably should have wrote up Berrios as a low-owned pitcher, partially because of that.
Yeah,
I'm
something to consider.
Also might be using him as a prop.
Okay, well, we'll get there then. All right, that's a tease. Let's talk about White Sox going up against the Rockies. It's going to be German Marquez on the hill for them. And he's got I'm going to use his at-home splits. This game's at Coors Field. 6.63 ERA, 3.11 opponent average at home. So obviously, is this another Coors Field effect kind of thing?
It's a combo. Coors Field, good offense versus a bad pitcher, meh pitcher. Yeah. And the BVP data is also awful for Marquez. 38 plate attempts. They're hitting 389 off him.
Oh, wow.
With a 259 ISO. So White Sox have had really good success. He hasn't been good in Coors. 11 run total, so a lot to like.
All right, let's take a look at where we can find a little leverage with our low-owned stacks for today. The first team we're going to look at is the Mariners going up against Rangers righty Dane Dunning. And he's got a 4.42 ERA, 2.67 opponent average. In the last game, he gave up 4 earned runs in just 2 1/3 against the Twins. Do you expect the Mariners to kind of get to him today?
I do. Mariners are a pretty good offense. We are expecting Julio Rodriguez to be back in the lineup too, which is obviously a big boost to that offense as a whole. And over the last 5 starts, Dunning has just been bad. FIP of 6, ERA of 5.3. He's allowed a ton of barreled balls, and he has reverse splits, so he's worse versus righties. There is only a 4.3 run total for Seattle, but I really like their chances to go over, especially if they're able to get to Dunning early with that Rangers bullpen. If that bullpen has to come into the game a little bit earlier than normal, it doesn't end up well for him.
How about the Dodgers going up against Nationals righty Josiah Gray? 4.40 ERA and a 2.27 opponent average for Gray. Last game against the Mariners, he gave up 5 earned runs, including 3 home runs. Might also be a good day for Dodgers bats for some bombs.
Yeah, it's probably a really good day for Dodger bombs. Gray loves to give up home runs. He does have some good stuff, but it's the home run numbers here. He allows a lot. It's a very dangerous Dodgers lineup. Low 5s FIP and allowing 52% fly balls. With a lineup of the Dodgers caliber, 52% fly balls usually means there's going to be some going out of the park. There's also a 5.1 run total here, so sportsbooks are liking them also.
And lastly, we're taking a look at the other side of that Coors Field matchup. We're talking about the Rockies, who will be going up against White Sox Michael Kopech. What do you think about their chances in this matchup?
Now, anytime that there's a Coors game with this high of a run total and the team is going under-owned.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Rodon, where you got to kind of look at it more. And Kopech was really good to start the season, but he's just totally come off the rails. 6.79 FIP over his last 5, 50% fly balls, 33% hard contact, 10%, bottom 10% in exit velocity and average distance, and bottom 5% in barreled balls. So he's allowing a lot of barreled balls, and it's a game in Colorado.
Yeah.
This is not what he needed to get back
to
on
get
track.
his confidence back up.
6.1 run total. So you gotta kind of like Colorado, especially if ownership doesn't switch to going there today.
Yeah. All right. So some good plays for today in daily fantasy. Remember, you can find all of this information on the Linestar app, linestarapp.com. Be sure to check it out. And now it's time to take a closer look at the Linestar app with our sleeper picks of the day. Now let's take a look at our sleeper play of the day. First, we're going to look at our DraftKings play of the day. We're going to go to the Linestar app and sort by the value column here in our projections. And it is your mean Mercedes going up against Arizona Diamondbacks. Tyler Gilbert, only $2,000. So a great value play there. Let's pull up his players card to see how he is expected to do today. And we can see that he is a 5-star alert. So some good things here. Batting first. He has scored 9 fantasy points per game the past few games. So he has been solid at Chase Field today. Pretty hitter friendly, top 15% hitter versus lefty pitchers. So a great matchup for him today. Also Arizona bullpen, you can see in this alert score right there that 25th against right-handed bats, giving up 2.28 fantasy points per plate appearance there. So some good stats there. $2,000, not a bad play for the Giants outfielder.
Absolutely. And yesterday I talked about how I like the Giants stack. And it was supposed to be Gilbert when I went on yesterday, and it got switched to Merrill Kelly, and now Gilbert's going today. So
a great matchup.
Giants are in a good spot. I like it.
Nice. So let's take a look at FanDuel now. Again, you can find all of this information on the Linestar app, linestarapp.com. And Kyle Garlick is now our top value pick of the day for FanDuel, and he is at Milwaukee. Doesn't look like they've announced a starting pitcher at this time, but $2,100 can't beat that price. Let's pull up his players card to learn a little bit more about this particular play. And scrolling down, we are looking at a 4.5-star alert, top 5% hitter versus lefty pitcher. So looking like we might have a lefty on the hill. And 3.91 fantasy points per plate appearance. American Family Field, of course, is very hitter-friendly. Top 5 in those hitter-friendly park conditions. He's also had 20.45 fantasy points in 6 underdog games. Just has had a lot of really high-scoring games as well. He has also got a nice green. That green is good. We like the green. Good. ISO, so some power is what he is definitely capable of there as well. So a nice play there again, about at only $2,100 for the Twins outfielder today. So some nice plays there for your fantasy slate for today. If you're trying to create some little bargain plays for yourself, that's where you can look. Again, all of this information is available at linestarapp.com, where you can sort by value or salary just to try to get the most out of your fantasy lineup. Again, linestarapp.com. Now it's time for our home run calls of the day. Quite simply, who is going yard today? Tyler, who you got for your home run calls for today?
I am going to Toronto with Teoscar Hernandez. He has been so hot lately. He crushes righties. He's hitting 500 over the last week and 330 over the last month with 6 home runs. And I got to ride the hot hand versus a pitcher with reverse splits in Palante.
All right. It is the start of an epic Subway Series between the Yankees and the Mets. So you know I've got to back the pinstripes. So I'm going Aaron Judge for my home run call today. He's had 4 since the All-Star break. Absolutely crushes righties. In fact, 28 of his 37 home runs have come against righties. Today, he will be facing the Mets righty, Taijuan Walker. He's a good pitcher. Doesn't allow a ton of home runs, except against Aaron Judge in 7 at-bats. Yeah, Judge was 2 for 7, 2 home runs for him. So we're going Aaron Judge, all rise for the Subway Series. A nice home run bomb for the Judge.
I like it. How are you going to feel when Judge is not in pinstripes next year?
Oh, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that, Tyler. Now it's time for our prop bets of the day, and you can play along with us in our prop bets contest. And if we both get our props right, you could win $60. All you have to do is like and be subscribed to our channel and just comment below on YouTube if you're watching us there. And if both of us get it correct, you could be the lucky commenter who gets $60. Remember, our plays are also available on the Underdog Sports app. So if you haven't already, be sure to download the Underdog Sports app. It is an app that's legal in most states, so it's a way to kind of play your props for today. And again, new users who deposit at least $10 can get up to $100 matched for free. So be sure to download the Underdog Sports app. Link is below.
Also, with a $10 deposit, if you're a new customer, you get 3 months of LineStar. Best deal in DFS.
Best deal for sure. So, prop bets for today. Tyler, where are you headed?
I am going to stay in Toronto. Got a theme going with my home run calls and my prop bet today. We're going Jose Berrios over 5 Ks. He has a 25.6% K rate over his last 5 and 24.6 combined K rate today, and has been over 5 in his last starts, 3 starts in a row, and over 5 the last 3 times he faced the Cardinals. I think he does it again today. Jose Berrios over 5.
You mentioned you had a theme. I also have a theme. The theme is Subway Series. We're going Yankees. We are backing the boys in the pinstripes, so that's why I'm going Matt Carpenter over 0.5 hits on Underdog, which is a great deal considering that on the sports books that is minus 150. He's hit this mark in 11 of the last 15 games. He's been a little bit cold since the All-Star break. He's going up against Taijuan Walker today, but I think the man with the mustache is going to prove himself for those earn those pinstripes in a Subway Series. I think he gets that hit for today. I also have a little 2 for Tuesday action. You know, it's my Tuesday back after I had a vacation, so I feel like I need to give the people a little something extra. And you need to check on Underdog. It is Jose Abreu over 1.5 bases. On the sportsbooks, that's minus 120 odds. And he does much better against right-handed pitching, a 305 average against them, and going up against German Marquez today, who's giving up a 311 average at home. This game is at Coors Field, and Abreu's hit this mark in 4 of the last 5 games. Today's at Coors Field. Give me that over 1.5 bases for Jose Abreu as well. So that's my little bonus for you guys. Pretty good. Liking those props for today. I'm really excited about the Subway Series, if you couldn't tell.
You are.
So, can't wait.
I can drop a little bonus for you if you want.
Let's do a bonus. What you got?
All right. I'll stick to your theme.
Yep.
Gumby.
We're
going Jordan Montgomery over 4.5 Ks.
Okay.
So he's hit it in 2 of 5 on sports books. You're looking at like minus 155 odds on Underdog. You know, that's like minus 110, so it's great value.
Hey, we got a lot of plays today on Underdog.
Yeah.
All right. Throwing some money down this Tuesday at the Underdog Sports.
Might as well.
I might as well. All right. Make sure to check out LineStarApp.com. And remember to get your subscription in right now. The prices do go up at the start of football season to $29.99. So right now you can get it $19.99. So save that extra $10 a month and put it into Underdog Sports. Open up an account in Underdog Sports with that $10. So just trying to help you out there. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below on our YouTube channel. And I hope you guys enjoy the Subway Series. Yeah. Hoping the Yankees pull off a win.
Nice to have you back there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
We're back on this what is the national day today? National All or Nothing Day. It's all or nothing. We're getting all our props.
Or we're not hitting any.
All or nothing. All right. In that note, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.